Welcome to Manila Updates TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The news broke on a quiet Tuesday morning, catching most people off guard as they went about their daily routines. The city was just waking up, unaware that a single headline would soon ripple across the globe. Manila finalizes deal for game-changing Meteor missiles. The words blazed across screens and newspapers, impossible to ignore. For most, it was just another military headline, one of many in a region used to tension and uncertainty. But in the halls of power from Beijing to Washington, it was a seismic event. Behind closed doors, officials scrambled to understand what this meant for the delicate balance in Asia. The Philippines, long the underdog in the South China Sea, had just made a move that no one expected. It was a bold step, signaling a new level of confidence. This wasn't a routine arms deal. It was a declaration that the balance of power was about to shift. The region's security calculus had changed overnight. For decades, the Philippine military struggled with outdated equipment and limited options against larger, more aggressive neighbors. Their arsenal was a patchwork of aging hardware, a symbol of past neglect. The Meteor deal signaled a new era. Manila was investing in high-tech weaponry that could actually deter threats. Suddenly, the Philippines was no longer just playing defense. It was preparing to stand its ground. Military experts scrambled to assess the implications. What would this mean for regional stability? How would rivals respond? How did the Philippines, with its modest budget, secure one of the world's most advanced air-to-air missiles? The question echoed in defense circles worldwide. The answer: deep strategic trust from European partners and a bold geopolitical chess move by Manila. It was a partnership built on shared interests and mutual respect. The story dominated international news, with headlines dissecting every angle and speculation running wild. Analysts agreed, this was a pivotal moment. The region's future suddenly looked more uncertain and more contested than ever before. The acquisition wasn't just about hardware, it was about sending a message. Think twice before testing Philippine resolve. The world was watching, and so were Manila's rivals. For the first time in a generation, the Philippines was stepping up as a proactive guardian of its sovereignty. The nation's pride and determination were on full display. The headline wasn't just news, it was the start of a new, unpredictable era in the Western Pacific. Alliances would be tested, and strategies rewritten. The world was officially on notice. The Philippines had changed the game, and everyone was paying attention. So, what makes the Meteor missile so special? Why is it considered a game-changer in modern aerial warfare? In air combat, most missiles lose speed quickly and can be outmaneuvered by skilled pilots or advanced enemy jets. The Meteor changes everything by rewriting the rules of engagement. Its unique ramjet engine lets it power through the entire flight, not just glide after launch like older missiles. This sustained propulsion gives it a huge advantage. This means it can chase, accelerate, and strike with unmatched speed and agility. Even in the final moments of pursuit, when most missiles would have already lost momentum. Its no-escape zone is the largest of any air-to-air missile, making it nearly impossible for enemy pilots to evade once it's locked on. The threat is relentless. For the Philippines, this is a leap into a new league of military capability, providing a level of deterrence and defense never before possible. A fighter jet armed with Meteors can engage threats from over 100 kilometers away, turning a small air force into a strategic force multiplier that can shape the outcome of any conflict. The target, meanwhile, faces a missile too fast and agile to escape, forcing enemy pilots to rethink their tactics and approach. The Meteor transforms Philippine jets from simple patrol aircraft into long-range assets, capable of defending vast airspace and projecting power far beyond their borders. It allows a smaller air force to hold much larger ones at risk, without ever getting close, leveling the playing field in a way never seen before. It's the ultimate equalizer, putting unprecedented power and confidence in the hands of Filipino pilots, and inspiring a new era of air defense. This is not just an upgrade, it's a revolution in the skies, and a bold step forward for the nation's security. To truly grasp the Meteor's impact on the Philippines' defense, you first have to understand the long and challenging history of the Philippine Air Force. Decades ago, the Philippine Air Force was considered a regional leader, respected for its capabilities and modern fleet. But, over time, years of underfunding and neglect left it with outdated planes, dwindling resources, and little ability to defend its own airspace. By the early 2000s, its most advanced jets were actually just trainers and light attack aircraft. Machines never designed to face modern threats or rival air forces. Patrolling the vast and contested South China Sea was nearly impossible, and the Air Force lacked any credible air-to-air combat power to deter intruders or defend its territory. The pilots themselves were highly skilled and dedicated, but their tools were hopelessly obsolete, making their jobs even more difficult and dangerous. As China grew increasingly bold in disputed waters, sending ships and aircraft near Philippine territory, the country had few real options to push back or assert its sovereignty. A turning point finally came in 2015, with the long-awaited arrival of FA-50PH jets from South Korea, modern, supersonic fighters that signaled a new era for the Air Force. These jets marked a return to modern air power, but at first, they were only equipped with short-range missiles, limiting their effectiveness against more advanced adversaries. It was a significant step forward, but the Air Force still couldn't truly control the skies or deter more powerful opponents. The FA-50s were a much-needed upgrade, but the missing piece was a true, long-range deterrent, something that could change the balance in the region. The Meteor missile promised to fill that gap, transforming the Air Force from a bystander into a real player in regional security. With this new capability, the stage was set for a dramatic and much-needed shift in the Philippines' ability to defend its skies and its future. Integrating the Meteor missile would revolutionize the Philippine Air Force overnight. Suddenly, Filipino pilots could engage threats from far beyond enemy reach. No more risky close-range dogfights. Imagine foreign jets approach Philippine territory. Instead of scrambling into danger, Meteor-armed fighters intercept from a safe distance. This creates a powerful anti-access bubble, making vast stretches of the South China Sea dangerous for any adversary. A small number of Meteor-equipped jets could hold a much larger force at risk. This is asymmetric warfare at its best, technology neutralizing numerical disadvantage. Air superiority would also protect Navy and Coast Guard operations, ensuring safer resupply missions to remote islands. The Meteor acts as an umbrella, shielding all branches of the armed forces. The Philippine Air Force would become the linchpin of national defense. With Meteor, the Philippines could finally enforce its sovereignty with confidence. The balance of power would never be the same. For China, the Meteor missile is a game-changer and a headache. Beijing's strategy relied on air dominance, assuming smaller neighbors couldn't challenge its power. The Meteor shatters that assumption. Now Chinese jets near Philippine territory face a weapon they can't easily evade. Even stealthy J-20s would have to respect the Meteor's reach and agility. Every Chinese sortie becomes a high-risk mission, forcing Beijing to rethink its operations and invest more in protection. The Meteor raises the cost of aggression, making China's cabbage strategy far riskier. A credible Philippine air deterrent could embolden its Navy and Coast Guard to push back harder against Chinese tactics. The risk of losing expensive aircraft and elite pilots could make China more cautious. This new balance could lead to a tense but more stable standoff, deterrence, not dominance. The Meteor doesn't eliminate China's power, but it forces Beijing to think twice before acting. The rules of the game have changed. The Meteor deal does more than boost Philippine defense, it strengthens alliances. Interoperability is key in modern coalitions. With Meteor, the Philippines can operate at the same level as the US and Japan. A more capable Philippines eases the burden on US forces, and lets Manila contribute meaningfully to joint operations. For Japan, a Meteor-equipped air force creates a southern anchor in the first island chain, complicating China's plans. This capability also gives the Philippines more diplomatic clout. Real power means a stronger voice at the table. The Meteor signals to allies that Manila is serious about defense, encouraging deeper cooperation and support. It transforms the Philippines from a security consumer to a genuine security provider. The missile becomes a catalyst for a more balanced, robust partnership. Alliances in the Indo-Pacific will never be the same. The Meteor is a leap forward, but it's not a cure-all. These missiles and their launch platforms are expensive. The Philippines can only afford a limited number. An adversary could try to overwhelm defenses with sheer numbers. The Meteor's effectiveness depends on a strong support network. Radar, early warning aircraft, secure data links. The Philippines is still building this infrastructure. Without it, even the best missile is limited. Maintenance, training, and logistics are major challenges. Keeping Meteors ready requires sustained investment and expertise. Over-reliance on one weapon can create a false sense of security. The South China Sea conflict isn't just about air combat, it's about ships, coast guards, and diplomacy. The Meteor can't stop gray zone tactics like water cannons or blockades. It's a powerful deterrent, but not a substitute for a comprehensive national strategy. True security requires more than just a silver bullet. Air power can change the strategic balance almost overnight. The moment Philippine fighters are operational with Meteor missiles, the region's security calculus shifts instantly. A single software update and missile delivery can turn a modest jet into a world-class threat. For adversaries, this is a nightmare. Plans and tactics become obsolete in an instant. It's not about matching China plane for plane, but about having the technology to inflict unacceptable costs. The Meteor lets smaller nations punch above their weight, deterring aggression without massive fleets. This is the new reality. Smart investments in key technologies can secure sovereignty. The Philippines' Meteor story is a lesson for the world. Deterrence can arrive at jet speed, not just with industrial might. In the 21st century, power is about quality, not just quantity. With the Meteor, the Philippines becomes a true strategic player in the Indo-Pacific. No longer defined by vulnerability, it can now shape the security environment. This new power brings responsibility. The goal is deterrence, not provocation. The Philippines must balance strength with diplomacy, avoiding needless escalation. For allies, it's proof that empowering partners works. For China, it's a reminder that technology can level the playing field. The Philippines becomes a model for middle powers defending their interests. Ultimately, this is about a nation's resolve to control its destiny. The Philippines steps into a new era, not as a pawn, but as the new gatekeeper of the Pacific.